Hello, sunshines. Hello, hello, hello. How art thou on this wonderful day? We
I
are so good. Go ahead, Ademigua.
I'm so excited for this.
I
I've been
know.
like my energy level has been like up here like all day because I'm
Oh,
like a little bit anxious, a little bit excited, a little bit like okay, who's going to show up and yeah, so I'm excited that we're able to do this. This is
whoever shows up are those who need to be here. Those people who need to be here, and that's all that counts. Is those people who need to be here. That's how I'm looking at it, and that's how it's gonna be.
so
That's
I
exactly.
can you can see comments by everybody?
I sure can.
Okay, because I can't. So I just wanted to make sure that.
I can see their comments. I got you. I got you. But we're gonna first start off with me because
Mm.
so many of you guys keep asking, "Did you get a reading? Did you get a reading?" No, I didn't. So I could actually say I got a reading by the infamous Ademigua.
Yeah, it's interesting because this is so far from how I normally read. So people who have gotten readings from me will know that this is completely different. The way that I normally do my readings is we actually have a conversation. We, speak about what's going on. And then in the midst of that conversation, I'm pulling cards as you're talking to
Mm.
me. And then I can, basically give you little bullet points during the conversation or give you a little bit of insight on what it is that we're talking about at the time. I don't like to just do a flat reading. And that usually just means, you spread the cards on the table and then you just tell the person what's going on in their life. You tell them what's going to happen. You tell them, what
Right.
is the right thing to do because I am not psychic. I do not know lottery numbers. I don't know your future. I can't tell you if you're going to get married next week or not. What I can do is use my intuition to pull cards and give you an explanation of the meaning behind that card and what the energy of that card says specifically to your situation. But anything I tell you, you can walk out of here 5 minutes later and do something totally different. And then everything that I just read for you is null and void. It's all about will, how you express things in your own life and what you take from it. Just like any conversation with anybody that you consider to be wise or have good information to give, you take what you need and you leave the rest.
Right.
So this this is very different because I'm just going to be kind of doing like a little flash read with a one card pull um, to get an idea of things. And so with that in mind, anybody who gets a reading today, if you feel that the energy that you get in your reading, you want more, you want to elaborate on that, feel free to have set up a private reading and then we can take a step further. Because tonight I'll be making notes on every single person and I'll write your name, what card was pulled, what we talked about, so that if I do speak to you again, we know where to pick up from. So,
Oh my God, that's
so
so bomb. That's good.
yeah, it's kind of like when you go to a doctor's appointment or a therapy appointment,
Hmm.
they're taking notes. They're writing about what you talked about so that the next time you come, you can pick up where you left off. You don't have to rehash things and, ask new questions and all of that. You already know what's going on. Speaking of which, I'm putting my old lady glasses on so that I can see.
Yeah, I have mine waiting just in case.
So while we were talking, I went ahead and pulled your card. And the card that I pulled for you is the Empress. I'm trying to get the angle right in here. Can you see her?
Yes.
Look at how pretty she is, right?
Yes.
So, this card is the energy of sexiness, being empowered, enjoying life to the fullest, right? So what this usually comes up is to mean something serious. So is in regards to your romantic life, this is showing the potential for something more serious. Now, this also says that you need to take charge here.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I said, oh.
this this is you taking charge. This also says that this card usually references health, children, family, all that kind of stuff. And so showing yourself as the one taking charge, the one leading the household, the one that's taking care of things, that's making moves and making stuff happen. The, like I said earlier, that empowered feeling that, I got this. If you're here, great. If you're not, it's okay, because I'm good. I got this. So, hello, who does this sound like?
It sounds like me.
Yes, this is like quintessential female stability. Like, this is almost like I am that bitch. Like, I'm good.
Diva.
Yeah, exactly. If I have a man, it's nice, but I don't need one because I'm good. I got things. I can take care of myself. I can take care of my kids. If this were to show up sometimes for someone who is married, then it would speak more to maybe them possibly having children or things like that. But if the person is single, if the person is in a non-committed relationship, or if the person is in between things, this speaks directly to I'm good. Because I'm good in either situation. Whether you're married, I'm good. I take care of myself. I take care of my kids. I take care of my home. And what my husband does is what he does. When we come together, it's great. But if he needs to go do his thing, that's great too. If we're not married, if we're not in a committed relationship, I'm still good, because I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to take care of my kids. I'm going to take care of myself. So this is definitely that I'm that bitch card. Like, empowered, living life to the fullest. I got this. I'm going to be happy no matter what.
Oh, that's me.
And it's
Thank
funny,
you.
I love the imagery here. Like, she just looks so pretty sitting there like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look
All
at that.
right.
Look at that power in her hands.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm good. I got this. I don't need anybody else. I got two other versions of myself on the other side of me. I don't need
I know, right?
I don't need nobody else.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for that. That actually really do hit. That does hit where I needed that to hit. um, the next person is Fran. Fran B.
All right, Miss Fran.
Miss Fran, you are up next.
So I can't I'm just gonna say hello, Miss Fran. I can't see anything, so I'll just say hello, because otherwise I'm sure she's in here and excited. Let's see. Let me just write her name down. Do, 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 do. And do, 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 do. I'm so excited.
I am too. I think this is so good. This is so dope.
Okay, so the card that I just pulled for Miss Fran is the Justice card. It's so hard to get these angles. I don't know which is right and left. There we go. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a card of balance, if you couldn't tell already. This is not just a card. Usually when we see the Justice card, we think of like court justice, but this is more of a karmic justice. This is a you get what you give, kind of card. This is, asking you to think about what energy it is that you're putting out into situations. This is not necessarily a love card, you know. It doesn't really lend itself to romantic love. So if I got this usually tells me that this person might not necessarily be in a relationship, but it's asking them to think about how they present themselves to the world in their other relationships, in their friendships, and with coworkers, with people in social groups, all of that, and just to be mindful of how you present yourself, what energy you're putting out there. Are you being positive? Are you being loving? Are you being caring? Because you get what you give, So if you find that you are surrounded by loving, caring people, then that is a direct sign to you that that's exactly what you're putting out to the world. If you find that you run into some bullshit, if you find that, people are showing their ass, then you might want to think about what it was that you did to mirror that energy, which would in turn attract that type of energy, if that makes sense.
A lot of sense.
So again, not necessarily romantic love, but it is asking that you think about how you present yourself and how you show up for your friends, how you show up for your family. And if you got some really awesome people around you, then that's a sign that you are really awesome yourself.
Aw. I think she's awesome. Oh, you got that, Miss Friend.
I'm sorry if these cards are super loud. I know that they're like really loud in here probably. But yeah. Oh, what you drinking now?
Water. Just water.
I thought we was having a party.
I was gonna get something to drink, and I was like, no, I did a little bit too much on Tuesday.
Got you. Oh yeah, I saw that video.
No.
Y'all was having a ball.
Yeah, we had a ball. Yes.
I was just a little bit envious of that. I was like, man, I just want to go dance with some of my girls, Yeah.
And I haven't did that in a while. So yes, I had a great time.
That's
excellent.
Awesome.
We had a great time. So your next one is Kim Chapman.
Kim.
Are you in the building, Kim?
Kim with us?
I don't think Kim is here. She didn't respond to their messages.
Okay. Am I pulling?
Veronica. I mean, not Veronica. Victoria is here.
Victoria. Okay, let me shuffle again. Each time I shuffle with that name in mind. So let me make sure that I'm Victoria. You said?
Yep, Victoria. Okay.
Ooh, Victoria.
Victoria.
Some interesting energy going on here. Okay. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Write her name down, Victoria.
Okay.
Queen Victoria. Okay. So the card that I got for Victoria is, dang it, there we go. Queen of Wands. This is a very strong feminine energy. So just like I was saying earlier when I was shuffling, I'm like, I'm really getting some strong energy. And yeah, here we go. Very strong feminine energy. This usually signifies fertility. So I don't know what's going on, but fertility, usually when we hear the word fertility, we automatically think babies.
Baby, yeah.
Right. Which it could be. However, fertility doesn't always mean bearing children. It means bearing fruit, period. So in regards to your love life, that could mean a sense of newness, of new life to your relationship. If you're single, then that means, the beginning of a new relationship, the blossoming phase, that very new phase where you're just figuring things out and finding all the little nice things that you like about, him or her, and all of that sort of like new bloom phase. And you can see that here also, they did a good job with the representation here. You see the flowers and that new energy, that new blossoming energy. This is someone, let's see, how do I say this? Because of the strength of this card, she's going to have to make the first move. If she is interested in someone, she's going to have to make the first move. She's going to have to use that strength that she has, that sort of command of energy that she has, to make the first move, to say the first thing to maybe her crush or someone that she's interested in. Or if she's in a relationship, be the one to kind of take the reins, be the one to say, hey babe, let's try something new. Hey babe, why don't we go and do this? How about we try this or look into this? So this is a very strong energy surrounding newness and blossoming, and it's actually a really beautiful card. So take the first step, pull those reins in, tell them what you want, tell them what you need, tell them how you like it, whether you're in a relationship or not. You are the one that's going to kind of lead things in the direction that you want them to. So you really need to make sure you're thinking about exactly what it is that you want, exactly what you need, and then demand it.
Okay. All right, Victoria. Okay. Your next one is where is she? Charnita. Charnita.
Say it one more time.
Charnita. Is it Charnita? Charnita.
Charnita. Okay. Charnita.
Yeah, Charnita.
I keep eyeballing my sweetie got me some chocolate covered strawberries. And I've been eyeballing them. They're like right across the way from me.
Oh, that sounds good.
Charnita. Okay. Writing down her info here and the card that I just got from her. Okay, here we go. So Charnita, the card that I got, I don't know if you can see that, is our Knight of Pentacles. So anytime I get like a knight when it comes to romance, I always think of like knight in shining armor, and this is the energy that this card leads itself to. So I don't know if you're in a relationship or you're not. Typically when this shows up, the person isn't in a relationship, or they are in a place in their relationship where things have become a little bit stagnant, So this is telling you that you may need to come out of that comfort zone. If you have found a place of comfort in your relationship where things are kind of like humdrum and, you're doing the same old all the time, this is asking you to step out of yourself, step out of that comfort zone, try something different, try something new, talk to your partner. You want to create a sort of new level of understanding with each other, so talk to them, find out if there's maybe some kinks that they've never told you about that they're interested in. Find out, what it is that they like, what they want. Because that's a thing in relationships. A lot of time we don't talk to each other, especially when it comes to sex and desires and, all of those things. So really just opening up to your partner and saying, hey, I like when you tickle my feet, I don't know, but you get what I'm saying, or I like it when you do it to the left a little bit, or when you do this, or when
Yeah.
communicate and not, be in a place where you take offense to anything, or say it in a way that is very compassionate to them as well. So, speaking with your partner, communicating with your partner, creating new opportunities to fall in love again. If you're single, this definitely is the energy of that person coming into your life. That is the energy of that new knight, whether it be male or female, coming into your life and sweeping you off of your feet. And when that person does show up, make sure that you invest into them as a person, not just, what they look like or what they can offer you, but their intellect. Communicate with them, find out who they really are on the inside. That way you can make sure that this is something that you really want in your life, that you don't just say yes because they look good and they're shiny. So take your time, communicate, get to know, create a sense of newness in an existing relationship. If it's a new relationship, really get to know them first. Take your time.
Okay. All right, Charnita. Charnita's son is next.
Charnita's son. All right.
Jiren.
Say that name again.
Jiren. Jeren.
Okay. This is my space is really limited, so I'm like trying to shuffle these cards in probably the most awkward way that I've ever had to before. Okay, let's see. Jiren, and Jiren's got a pretty card. Okay. So I don't know how old Jiren is. But here we go. This is the card I pulled for Jiren. It is the Six of Cups. So this, if you are in a relationship, this card is saying that things are kind of plateauing at the moment. You are in a place where everything was happy and lovely and happy-go-lucky and sort of like that honeymoon phase. But things are like kind of settling down now. Not a bad thing. It's just after the excitement and the buzz and all of that, then you have that period where things kind of settle in, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to focus on the future, but also focus on the things that made you fall in love with that person to begin with, so that you can build your future based on those things. If you're single, this is telling you that you might want to actually look to your past for your love. If you are single and looking, then it might be somebody that you've already met, somebody, in your past that maybe you had a connection with. And at the time, it wasn't a really good time to make anything happen. But now actually might be a really good time to make that happen. I love this card. It's so pretty. It's telling you to get out, to have fun, to meet new people, all of that. But the same if you're in a relationship, date your partner again. Don't get into a place of, complacency. You can be comfortable with your partner. You can what they're going to say before they say it and all of that, but don't get so comfortable that you become complacent. There's an old saying, what is it? Familiarity breeds contempt. So you don't want to just get comfortable and set in your old ways. And okay, every Wednesday night we sit on the couch and we watch Lost. It's like change it up a little bit. Be more exciting with each other, love on each other, date each other, go out with each other a little bit more. And again, if you're single, put yourself out there, go to parties, well, I don't know if you could do that now with COVID, but some people still do stuff, but put yourself out there, have fun, be in more exciting environments, and look to your past, because the person that you may want to spend the rest of your life with may come from something in your past. It may be somebody that you've already met.
Aw. Okay. I don't know how old he is either, but that was a good one.
Yeah, I like that card because it's, you it's telling you that you do, focus. The way that we set out our future is based on our past. So it's like, what have you done that has worked? What has been positive for you? What has given you the best results in the past? And using those tools to build your future. And if you're in a relationship, we all fell in love at some point. There was something about
Mhm.
that person that made you love them. There was something about that person that gave you butterflies. What was it? And so you want to try to see if you can get back to that point. And so that's the same as somebody from your past, and if you had somebody from your past that was lovely, but maybe the timing wasn't right, now might actually be a great time for that.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So, do you need their real names, or some people have nicknames or their YouTube names? Do you need their real name?
No, it's whatever name is attached to them. I'm just calling that name out to spirit, and spirit is all knowing. So even if they want to be called Baby J Juice number 9, spirit will know who Baby J Juice number 9 is.
Okay, so you're gonna do Courtney. Courtney
Courtney.
is next. Yeah.
Okay, Courtney. This is fun. I've never had to. I'm so used to expanding on things.
Oh yeah.
Like, ooh, that looks cool. Let's pull a couple more cards and see what direction this is going. Or let's pull another card, or let's ask this question, And with this, because we're just, trying to get everybody in, we're just doing one card read. So in my head, there's like all these extra messages that are popping up.
Yep.
But so hopefully, Courtney, I hear from some of these people, because some of them have some other stuff that I would love to dive into.
Do I have some other stuff?
You know what? You do. You do. But yeah, we could do that later.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
Okay, Courtney. I'm just writing down the information, her name and the card. Although Courtney, I knew a boy Courtney and a girl Courtney. So
This is a lady.
okay.
Lady Samoan is named Courtney.
Okay. So for Courtney, I got the 8 of Pentacles. Look at how pretty that is. I just love that. I love the rainbows. This is a really deep card. This card is about deep understandings. So if you are in a relationship, really getting to the bottom of what your foundation is for your relationship. What are you built on? Why, if things are, going really well, which it seems like things are going pretty well, maybe not fantastic, but things are going pretty well. What is making things going well for you, and building on that? So having a deeper understanding of who you are to each other, what you have to offer your partner, what your partner has to offer you. A lot of this is very spiritual, very almost like esoteric. There's a lot of work that needs to be done internally. And when I say a lot, I don't mean like you fucked up or anything. I just mean like you really need to think about who you are as a partner. So whether you are with someone or whether you're single, you want to make sure that you're going into the relationship in a healthy way. You want to make sure that what it is that you're bringing to the table is just as good as what you're requiring that the other person bring as well. There's 2 sides to this. It's not just about the person that you're looking for coming in and swooping you off your feet and taking care of everything and doing all that. Even though that might happen, you still need to be an active partner. So whether you are with someone or not, this is more about you. This is about you finding out what works when you're having a great time. What's happening? What are you doing? How did the day start? You know, when you're not having a great time, what happened? Was there something that you could have said differently? Could you have maybe, instead of reacting rashly, thought about what you were going to say first? Is what you were upset about really that big of a deal? Or, you know, maybe you were just hungry. Maybe you just needed some dick. You know, I don't know. But, you know, it's like sometimes it's not as bad as we think it is, you know. So really think about who you are as a partner, who you are as a active energy in this relationship, and what it is that you have to bring to the table. You need to really decide what it is that you want, you know, and not surface level, really deep stuff. Who is it that you want? What is it that you want from yourself and from your partner? So this is a lot of deep thinking, a lot of
That's
introspection,
cool.
a lot of like inner work, even some healing needs to happen here. There's a couple of other things. This is one where I probably would actually pull like maybe two or three more cards just to find out.
Oh,
Just to find out, you know, what kind of work, what direction is best, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because this is a card that says that you have the potential for even more greatness, you know, whether you're with somebody or not. But it starts with you, and you have to do that work.
you hear
So,
that, Courtney? If you want to elaborate, you could definitely hook up with her. She is definitely going to write your name down. She has your
yep.
name. So if you need to hook up with her for more, um, to elaborate and to get
Hmm.
more into it, you can hook up with her.
Yeah, I'm writing my notes here. I got everybody's name, the card that was pulled, and if something a little bit extra kind of comes out, I'll make a little note of that as well, so that I can, if we do communicate again in the future, I can share that little note with you.
Okay. All right. So who's next? Roz.
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 Hey, Roz. I wanted to say that while I was shuffling. Get that energy in there.
Oh.
Ooh, pretty, Roz.
Oh, for
You know what?
real?
It's funny because is this our Roz?
This is our
Okay.
Roz.
I've already had a a couple communications with her, and so getting this, just to let you know, the cups in general are usually about love, period. They are about wishes, about love, about fulfillment, about that beautiful, you know, feeling. Let me write her name down before I forget. That we get inside, whether it be from another person or self-love. So to see this is really beautiful. So this
I
is
like
her card. Isn't that pretty?
yes.
So she has the Four of Cups. So this card, number one, because it is a card of cups, it is a card speaking about love. So it's really beautiful that this came up. This is speaking specifically about a very stable love, a very kind love, a very supportive, caring love. This is not just about a relationship, though. This is about more herself. and I do know a little bit about Roz, but this I don't see this pertaining to her relationship. This is about her. This is about her love of self, that connection of mind, body, coming together, about finding out who she is, about making that connection between herself and spirit. So when we see this card, it usually means a lot of introspection, a lot of meditation. And again, when we think of meditation, we usually think cross-legged on the floor, trying to quiet your mind. And that's not always the case. It's about that stillness, about trusting your intuition, allowing your heart to guide you, feeling protected by your spirit guides, by your ancestors, by, all of the beautiful energy that surrounds you. And there's a lot of beautiful energy that surrounds someone when they get this card pulled. You need to, it's also asking that you look at things from all different angles, to not be short-sighted, to look at the whole picture, be surrounded by the totality of the energy of the situation, things that may come up. Don't just, jump to a conclusion. Really focus on what's really happening. And typically, when I see this person already has a very strong intuition. So that tells me that they already know that they know that they know, and they know that they know, so there isn't a whole lot that needs to change. It's about the recognition of who you are, how you handle yourself, how much you love yourself, how much your spirit guides love you, how close you are to your own source of energy, your own source of love, your own source of passion. So in general, this is kind of just like a recognition, of who this person is, but it's also a reminder to be strong with that. When you know something, you know it.
Mhm.
You don't need to question, you don't need to ask a bunch of people. You are your own answer. So
That was beautiful, Roz. That was really nice.
yeah, and it's just such a pretty card, like in general,
It
like
really is. It's
her
beautiful.
just sitting there at peace with herself, and she's got these blooming flowers coming out of her chest where she's like, giving birth to her own universe. Like it's just I just love it. It's a very, very beautiful energy.
Yes. Yes, Rosalind. Yes.
I wish I could see the comments.
Uh, no, it's not really much. But the son, he's 24.
Oh,
The young
24.
man, he's 24.
Okay.
Jiren.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit better about that now. Because I was like, this is not typically a card that would come up for, and again, there are more meanings, there are more messages that come through in each of these cards, but because we're doing this Valentine's Day read, I'm limiting the messages to love and to romance and relationships. But there's a lot more that comes out of each one of these cards. You can do it specifically for careers, specifically for your future, your past, your present, specifically for, inner work, specifically for changes or moves, or you want a new job or you want a new location. So there's a lot that can come through from these. But because we're limiting it to romance, I was a
Yeah.
little nervous. Like, okay, I hope this isn't like a child, and I'm telling him to look at his past for his romance. Like, if he's a kid, he don't have that much of a past.
No, I think he's good. He's good. Oh, Okay. So the next one is Kim.
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 Okay. All right. Hi, Kim. I'm glad you can make it. All right. One more. Ooh, Kim. Kim got jumpers.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Kim, you might need to come see me.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Or anybody that you trust. Not doesn't have to be me, but it looks like there is a definitely need for some balance. So I got a jumper, and jumpers are cards that just kind of fly out of the deck for no reason at all, and I keep those cards just to, as a backup, because I never know what the energy is. Sometimes spirit is like, you need to know this, and it like a card flies out for no apparent reason. So the let me make sure I wrote down her card that she got, because we got two here. Okay, so the first card that I got for Kim is the Temperance card. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is telling, this is a kind of go with the flow kind of card. This is another card of balance. This is a card of harmony, a card of understanding. You said what?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
oh, sorry. I thought you said something. This is a card of balance and harmony. There is a need for this is a real challenge, because I would love to pull like three more cards for this, because if in your relationship, if you are in a relationship, whatever end of that relationship you're on, you need to find the middle ground. If you are the more subservient in the relationship, you need to speak up. If you are more dominant in the relationship, you need to bring it down a notch. I don't know if that makes sense, but this card is telling you speaks of middle ground, balance, communication, understanding, being more gentle, being more calm, finding more peace within the relationship. If things are not going right, if you're arguing, find out what key role you played in the argument. If you're with someone who is just really argumentative altogether, you may need to think about falling back a little bit. You know, this is really about finding the middle ground, finding what works for you. This, you need to be patient. You need to allow things to grow. You need time. It's it feels like there's a relationship here of sorts. Even if you are single, or you want to call yourself single, but you have someone that you've been flirting with, or somebody that you're interested in, um, if you haven't said anything, then you need to speak up. You need to make that move. You need to put yourself out there. If you have been obsessing over this person and you're not getting a call back, or it's always you that's making the first move, you need to pull back. You know, this is a card that says that there is not balance. There is somebody's giving more than the other person. You know, I really would love to pull more cards out of here, out of this one, because we have let me get her other card here. I'm just writing it down. The other one that I have is the Three of Pentacles.
Hmm.
Okay. So this card is actually a really nice card. This is a card of celebration. This is a card that says to, and again, pairing this with the card of temperance, you're going to be looking at what it is that's not working. You know, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're single, you want to find out what it is that's not working for you. Why are you maybe sad and upset? Why do you feel that things aren't moving forward? Why do you feel that maybe you're the only one that's doing all the work? You know, and then take those steps to correct that. You want to try to bring things back to balance, bring things back to the middle. But somewhere in this, there's somebody who's doing way more than the other person.
Mm.
And I would love to find out who it is and what they're doing.
You hear that, Kim?
So I would really like it if I could hear from her, because honestly, I probably will pull for her just for fun, because that's really interesting. It's a really interesting mix. And plus, whenever there's jumpers, that usually says that there's more to it, that the
Oh,
cards really want to talk to you. Um,
okay, Kim.
and it doesn't need to be me. I would love to talk to you, but it doesn't even need to be me. But if you could inquire with someone about specifically um, what it is that you need to be doing to make things go forward, what it is that you need to be doing to find that middle ground. Because if you're in a relationship, things are not really all that balanced right now. And if you're not in a relationship, there's a reason for that. There's something that's going on, whether you either are obsessing over not having this relationship, or you're obsessing about like, oh, I really want to be with somebody. You know, there's something going on where things are not balanced, they're not even. So take your
She
time,
said yes.
breathe.
I think I'm doing too much.
Yeah. Okay. So take your time, relax. It's okay. And the fact that we got this first and then we got this card, typically this card by itself in a very general reading is a card of celebration. It's a card of community and happiness and, you know, all of that. So it would be nice, you know, if we could just have this, but we got this first. So that's telling me that there is an imbalance. There's something that's hindering you from getting, you know, to this. So take a breather. It's okay. It's all right. Be patient. Allow things to grow. Allow things to happen. And there are things that you can do in the meantime before you know, move forward. But I would try to explore that a little bit more.
Wow.
Yeah.
You hear that, Kim? You can reach her. We have all the information for you if you need to. Um, all right. Next is Dory.
Dory.
Yes,
Okay.
Dory.
Okay. Dory. Okay. That's such a cute name.
I know, right?
Like I hear that and I just automatically think like this person's like fun and have a good time. And yeah. Ooh, Dory.
Exactly.
All right. Is Dory a male or female?
A lady.
A lady. Okay.
A lady.
Okay. I don't know why I'm getting an older energy here, but let me just write down the card that I got. Okay, let's see. Make sure I got that. Yes. Okay. So the card that I got for Dory is, I get my angles wrong, sorry. Okay, here we go. The Hermit card. Now, usually this is not a card that we want to see if you're in a relationship, because this usually speaks to you. This is a card of going within. This is a card of separation. This is a card of kind of removing yourself, you know, and that is not always a bad thing. Sometimes we need to step back. We need to take a step back. We need to remove ourselves from situations. We need to remove ourselves from relationships. We need to remove ourselves from frames of mind, from thoughts, ways of thinking. There's a ton of different ways that we can remove ourselves. But this card specifically is asking you to remove yourself and to go within, you know. So you really are trying to build a strong foundation with yourself first. So if you are in a relationship, this card signifies that things might not be going that great at the moment. And usually when this card comes up, it signifies a break, it signifies a separation. Um, and that break or that separation doesn't need to mean divorce or that you're completely broken up or anything, but it signifies that you're taking a step back, to really go within and find out what's happening. Usually, when we're so close to a situation, we can't honestly see what's happening. You can't see the forest for the trees. You can't smell your own bullshit, So when you can step back from a situation, it gives you a different perspective. You're able to see the situation as a whole. You're able to see the person in a new light. If you are single, then this is speaking to the exact same thing. Taking a step back, and recognizing why you're single. You know, what's going on? If you desire to have a relationship and you don't have one, why is that? you know really find out what it is that is stopping you from those blessings. Do you need, and I hate to say this, do you need an attitude adjustment? Like, do you need to be more positive? Do you need to not worry so much? Because again, when we're worried about it or we're thinking negative, like, oh, I'm never going to find anybody. Oh, I'm not going to be happy. Oh, I'm too old for this. Oh, this is never going to happen for me. I'll just be happy with what I got. Then that's exactly what you're going to get. So when you're able to remove yourself from the situation, remove yourself from the outcome, remove yourself from any wishes and dreams about what could be, then you're able to actually see reality. You're able to see the true picture. So if you're not in a relationship and you're desiring to be, what is it that's stopping you? What is the thing that happens to put on the brakes, when things might be going well and then all of a sudden it doesn't work? Why? If you are not in a relationship and you don't desire to be, that's fine too. But also understand why. Why is it that you don't desire a relationship? Why are you so content alone? And this is not to asking you these questions so that you can change anything. You may be very happy alone. Some people are, but make sure it's for the right reasons. And if you're in a relationship and things aren't going that great, why? Take a step back, take a breather. This is not a card to tell you to confront anybody or you need to talk to them about anything. You don't need to talk to nobody about nothing, according to this card. You need to take a step back, maybe take a breather, maybe take a trip, maybe, go off a little bit on your own and have some time to yourself and reassess and reconnect with yourself and find out more about who you are as a person and what you want and what you desire. And when you come back, you may realize you don't want that person no more. Or when you come back, you may realize you don't want that relationship no more. Or you know what? I realize I do want a relationship, but I need to start doing this. I need to compromise more. I need to, whatever it is that is stopping you from having what it is that makes you happy, it's all about you. You don't need to talk to nobody. You don't need to find out about what they want or what they need. Who cares? Separate a little bit, take a step back, and find out what's important to you and why, and what's going on and why. So this is another one where I would pull two or three more to find out what's going on behind the scenes and what direction is a good direction, for them to go into. Um, yeah, this has a very mature energy. I don't know this person, but they feel mature to me. They feel strong. They feel like, I don't know.
Because she's old and the party is always at her house.
Okay, so that's probably what I'm getting then. Like, it feel like I said, when I first pulled it, I was like, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like a older, energy here.
There go Dory. Dory's my friend. They said that your voice is so relaxing.
Aw,
It is. I told you that too. It is.
that's good feedback. Thank you. I appreciate that, because I hear my voice and all I hear is the cracks and the crackles and the So thank you. I appreciate that.
Aw. All right, ladies. Who is next? Y'all not telling me who's next.
Who got next?
Oh, she said me. Okay, that's what I didn't. Okay, Shay.
Shay. Okay.
Shay. Yes, Shay. Shay Woo. My Shay Woo Woo.
All right, Shay.
You laughing at Shay?
Shay feels fun. Yeah, Shay feels fun.
Oh wow.
Okay. Let me write down what I got for her. Oh, this is a pretty one too. Okay. So with Shay, we have look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty?
Oh wow. Look at
I
that
just love
sword.
that. I know, right? So this is all of the aces in particular represent new beginnings. So this is definitely an energy represented by a new beginning. If this is a card of spontaneity, of adventure, of fun. And again, it's funny because when I was pulling, I'm like, Shay feels fun to me. I don't know why, but so this Shay feels fun. This is a card of, like I said, being spontaneous, being fun, being adventurous. If you are in a relationship, this is a hard press to spice things up. Like, spice it up. If you are not in a relationship, this is a card of new beginnings. There is something that is coming your way, and it is going to be fun. It is going to be somebody who is, how do I say this? Like, very, very commanding, very strong, very adventurous and fun loving, just like you. But when you meet this person, I was about to say, don't scare them away.
Yeah, right, Shay? Don't.
But I'm like, I don't know Shay, so I didn't want to offend her. But
She not offended. She know what you talking about.
I'm like, please don't scare him away. Be gentle.
That's Shay.
Be gentle. It's cool, share your feelings. Be vulnerable, be open. I get the feeling that maybe that is something that maybe you try not to do. You try not to be vulnerable, but in this situation, it's a necessity, because having that level of protection can sometimes feel like a wall. And if somebody who cares about you or is interested in you or is wanting to get to know you feels like they're coming up against a brick wall, you know, they'll rather just walk away, you know, and it hurts when you hit a brick wall. Okay. It hurts. So be gentle, be kind, be open, and allow yourself to be vulnerable. I know that it can be scary to be vulnerable. It can be scary to put yourself out there and to be open. But even in a committed relationship, you still need to be vulnerable. You still need to be open. You still need to share yourself with this person, because when this person does fall in love with you, you want them to fall in love with you. You don't want them to fall in love with your representative. You don't want them to fall in love. And you may be very strong. You may have your shit together. You may, you know, be able to hold your own. But there's also another side to you. You know, there's not just the fierceness. There's not just the part that can get things in control. You know, and you want to have a partner who can support those parts of you that maybe fall short. So they need to know what those are. You know, so you need to show that side of yourself. You need to show that soft side of yourself, that gentle side of yourself, that kind and open side of yourself. So if you are not in a relationship, this is definitely signifying that something new is coming. But this person is going to be, this person's going to be in business, you know, so you don't want to put yourself in a position of, I don't need you, you know, because they'll be like, okay, bye.
She's talking to this person now.
Okay. Okay.
She's she great. She's silly. She's talking to him.
Okay. Well, be nice. Be nice. And really take your time with him, and allow yourself to be vulnerable. You know, like I said, even when you're in the relationship, there's still space to be vulnerable. There's still space to communicate with each other and find new things about each other, and allow brick by brick for those walls and those defenses to come down. And I feel like with this card, you're going to be safe. So,
Aw, that was nice. Okay, Shay. She is so silly.
yeah, she feels fun. I was like, as I'm shuffling the cards, it's kind of hard to explain how, like, I get certain feelings and I can't really describe them, but I try to put words to them. So like, she just felt fun. I don't know what it was. I can't really explain it.
Aw.
There was just something about when I said her name, it just felt fun. So she seems sweet.
Yeah. Let's see. We're going to Gail.
Okay.
She said, "I'm gonna get me a man."
Who said
Shay.
that?
Shay.
Oh.
She got man and cat. Oh man.
Love it. Gail. All right, Gail. Okay. So let me write this down first so I don't forget. I'm glad that we got so many people in here tonight. That's awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah. Oh, Gail.
Oh, Gail.
Okay. Okay. So I got 2 cards for Gail. And I'm just writing the other one down. Okay. So The first card that I got for Gail was this card, the Five of Wands. And this is this is not usually a very good card. This is really asking you to consider the situation that you're in right now and whether you want to continue. This is asking you to really look at things as a whole, to really analyze every single part of the situation, whether you're in a relationship or not. Because even if you're not in a situation, deciding whether or not you want to continue on the path that you've been, not being in a relationship is also something to consider here. But usually this comes up when it's referring to someone else. And since we're talking about relationships, that's where this falls into. So this is really telling you to kind of take a step back, take some time, and really think about where you are in this situation, and if you want to continue on the road that you're on. If you are not in a relationship, it doesn't feel like you are truly happy not being in a relationship. If you are in a relationship, it doesn't feel like things are 100% solid there either. So you really are being asked to take a step back, look, and not just look from your side of things, but look at from their side as well, and really decide whether or not you want to go forward. The other card that I got is actually funny because it's the Four of Wands, which is the card that usually comes directly before this one. And so this one is a more serious card. This is a card of happiness and joy. So the fact that I got this card first tends to speak to some things that may be going on behind the scenes, things that may be going on in the back of her mind, things that she may be considering. This particular card speaks to a energy of stability. So if we're looking back here and we're really thinking about the relationship as a whole, if we're thinking about your situation as a whole, what is it about this situation that you may be concerned about, that you may worry about? You know, do you have some things that are in the back of your mind that may be hindering you from moving forward into that happy space? And all things that are happy and lovely, like, you know, you could have a great relationship, but you could still have those fears in the back of your mind, you know, especially if, you know, things are going well. Those fears could creep up. If you're not in a relationship, then those fears also creep up in the form of, will I ever be in a relationship? Will I ever have that happiness? You know? And so this is asking that you take a step back, not worry about it so much, but really focus on looking at every single aspect of your life. Where in your life are these fears coming from, these worries coming from, these thoughts coming from? So if you're in a relationship and things are great, why are you worried about it? If they're not going great, then where are things falling short? And do you want to continue? If you're single and you want to be in a relationship, why aren't you? What's holding you back? You know, and just because you aren't in a relationship yet doesn't mean that you won't be, you know. So these are valid concerns, valid thoughts that sometimes we all have, whether things are going well or not. But don't allow those thoughts and those feelings to hold you back from what it is that you really want. This card is a very deep and brooding kind of energy. And so this would cause me, especially because she got a jumper, I would want to pull more and actually find out what is going on as a whole. You know, so I'd probably end up doing like a past, present, future, and maybe a 3-card spread for a general reading, just to find out like as a whole what's happening here, because it feels like there are some thoughts, some fears, some worries, some concerns. So I don't know what it is that you might be concerned about, or that might be a thought or worry or fear of yours, but it's okay.
Breathe.
Yeah. So I hope to see her too, because yeah, it's a heavy feeling. You know, there's always something going on in the back of your mind where it's like, even if things are going great, you're like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to lose it. Or if things aren't going great, you're like, well, should I stay or should I go? Or if you don't have a relationship, you're like, will I ever get a relationship? Will I ever find someone, you know? And it's that kind of worry energy that maybe playing that movie in the back of our mind. Even if we don't express it, we may not share it or talk to people about it, but it's there. And it can manifest in different ways and show up physically. It can show up in our work. It can show up, you know, in a lot of different places and cause issues. So I'd want to dive a little bit deeper into that.
Okay, Gail.
I'm sorry that I went on a tangent there in a weird direction. But I hope that that resonated with you on some level, at least. Yeah.
Okay, so Disha is next.
Say that name again.
Disha.
Disha. Disha. I need to get some water myself.
Yeah, I got 2 big bottles of water.
I meant to grab a bottle before things started, and I got caught up.
I hate when that happens.
Because I got those strawberries. And I was like, that was all that was happening in my world at the moment. Those strawberries. Okay, Disha. Can you spell Disha for me?
Deshia.
Deshia. That's funny because my cousin's name is Daisha, and that's how she spells her name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Disha.
Yeah.
Write down what she got. Okay. So this is a very nice card. This is a card of blessings. It's a card of victory. It's a card of confidence. The energy surrounding this card is very strong, very stable. It doesn't really speak to any big problems to worry about. No real conflicts at the moment. That this, if they are in a relationship, they're content. They're content in this relationship. This is someone who has a lot of confidence. This is someone who might want to show off a little bit, you know. And honestly, there's not a whole lot bad to say about this energy. This is really a energy of blessings, of happiness, of kind of like that image of, you know, you got your partner on your arm and you want to show the world, you know, that kind of energy. So I don't really even have a whole lot to say about this romantically, because this is just a I'm good, you know, kind of card. This is you good.
You good, girl. You good.
I mean, I could, you know, pull some more to find out, in some areas. And I don't know if they're in a relationship or not. But if they are, you said what?
I think she is.
Okay. You're good. This is a very confident card. This is I got this. I'm good. This is a nice, bright, shiny, show the world, peacock it out kind of card. So it's just a really beautiful card. So if you are in a relationship, then kudos to the energy of your relationship. Show each other off, go out on the town, get dressed up, be cute. And this is like a couple's goals, kind of situation where it's like, we that couple, and if also, just to speak on it, because I don't know this person, if you are not in a relationship, this could tell you that you might do better with someone from your past. This might be a time to put yourself out there. You have that confidence, you have that assurance, and you can attract someone very loving, very kind, and someone that meets you at your level. That's the energy surrounding this. So if you're not in a relationship, you want to be, you put yourself out there, because the confidence is high in this card. So
go Disha. Her man. She's in a relationship, she said.
So if you're in a relationship, show off that partner, like I said, get dressed up, get yourself some little matchy match, something to be like, we together, and have a good time, because it's a very strong, very solid card. I don't see any issues here whatsoever. So
go Disha. Go Disha. Y'all the shit. Okay, so I have Shanti.
This our Shanti?
It's our Shanti.
Okay.
And if anyone wants a reading, because I think it's only one more after that, the link is pinned to the top.
Yeah, invite your friends.
Yeah. She said, I love how she says our Shanti.
Yes, you belong to us.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Oh, we got some repeats here. This is nice. Okay. So, I'm going to be repeating myself here, because these are repeat cards. I got 2 for her. These are repeat cards. But this may be something that she needs to know. So let me just write them both down. What did I get? 3. And then Queen. Yeah. Okay. Queen. There we go. All right. So we saw this earlier. We got the Queen of Wands here. So the Queen of Wands here is, again, this is a strong female energy. So this is about new beginnings, starting fresh, pushing forward, doing what you need to do, right? It also signifies fertility. And like I said earlier, fertility doesn't necessarily mean having a baby. This is about starting something new, something fresh, giving birth to a new idea, a new direction, a new frame of mind, a new way of thinking. But this card is telling you to strengthen the energy of this queen. Strengthen that energy of being on top, of pushing forward, of pushing through, of doing what it is that you need to do to give birth to that new way of thinking, that new frame of mind, that new way of living. Right. So we take a look here at this card again, and it's mostly like a lot of flowers, right? Which signifies growth. So growing in yourself, growing as a person, growing in your career, growing in your way of thinking, your way of viewing things, how you handle things. You may be going through some changes as in regards to who you are as a person, the things and ideas and things that you thought about, ways that you thought, things that you found acceptable maybe in the past, you probably aren't accepting anymore. You probably aren't feeling that way anymore. And so now this is telling you that you are stepping into that throne position where you're going to be requiring that the people around you do what the fuck they supposed to do. You know,
Oh, okay.
this is telling you to step into that energy. So this is really, really nice. It's a really beautiful card because it's seeing you for who you are. You are this queen. You are the head. You are the queen of your own destiny. You are the queen of your own world. You are the one that makes shit happen. So make shit happen. Give birth to those new ideas, those new ways of thinking, those new ways of being, those new ways of feeling. And honestly, when that happens, we tend to shed things, right? Just like a flower, as it grows, there's certain petals that might fall off. You know, if you ain't strong enough to hold on to this ride, then you might not make it, right? So, so you know, there may be some people that might fall off. There may be some ideas or ways of thinking that might fall off. There may be some ways of being that might fall off. Some things that you're used to, whether they be habits, you know, might have to change in order for you to step into this energy. So that's that card. The second one that I got for her, we saw this earlier, and I think I said that this usually by itself is a card of celebration. And that's again what it is. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of happiness, a card of joy. It is saying to, excuse me, to keep pressing forward, to keep doing what you're doing, but do it better. You know, it's a card also of community. So reaching to your resources, if you have people around you that can help you, that can guide you, that can support you, reach out to them, you know, and have some fun. Have some fun. Like, this card popping up usually says that there's some stress, you know, have some fun. It's time to celebrate. It's time to have some fun. It's time to, you know, step into your happiness, your joy, your peace, and just find it in little things around you wherever you can, because it's definitely there if this card is popping up. So be that bitch. And be
Okay. All right, Shanti. Okay. I knew that. I knew that already. All right. Okay. All right. So someone just made a payment and you have another one.
okay.
Sure. Okay. See, they loving these readings. They see everybody else who readings are resonating. Yes, Shanti. Yes, y'all know I know how to have fun. Yes, OMG. I was just telling myself that today. Aw.
Yeah.
Aw. The next one is Annette.
Annette. Ooh, I
Annette.
like that. Annette.
Annette.
You know what?
Yeah.
Forgive me. I don't know Annette, but that sounds sexy. I like
Annette.
Annette.
Hey, Peachy. Kiki. Our Peachy. Our Kiki.
Our Peachy.
Our Peachy. Our Kiki. Yes.
Do, 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 do.
Anyone wants to get a reading, there's a link right there pinned. You could click on that link and just let us know.
Yeah, this how long is it? It's been an hour and a half. Okay,
That's
that's not too long.
yeah, exactly.
That's
You
not
did excellent. Like you gave a lot of information in such short time.
I'm trying, and it's funny because I'm actually trying to cut myself off because there's there's quite a bit more that I want to say when I see, like I said, these cards speak to more than just romance. So there's more that I can say about them, but I'm trying to keep it just about,
Mhm.
relationships, and also trying to not, take up so much time that other people don't have time to get in, because we, now there's people that are just now signing up, and if I was still talking about the number 4 person, we wouldn't be able to get none of those people. And so I
Right.
want to try to hit on as many people as possible, so this is great. um all right, Annette, look at this beauty right here. This is a very nice card.
Wow. Yeah.
This is, so again, I don't know any of these people. If you are in a relationship, this is, let me just say, this is a card of union. This is a card of passion, so if you are in a relationship, things are probably going pretty well, but they might also be plateauing, you know. And plateauing doesn't mean that it's flat and it's boring, It just means that you guys are content. So there may not be anything wrong there, but there may not be anything super exciting going on either. So when I see this, it's okay, even in a plateau, for you to relax. Just be content with where you are. Like, things are going pretty well. There's no mad rush to change what's going on. You should just really find the happy moments in every day. It doesn't need to be something that's super glamorous and super, spontaneous and, out there, but find those happy moments in every day, like, cooking breakfast, or, picking socks up off the floor, or, wiping the sink down after they brush their teeth, little things like that, where it's like, that signifies joy, that signifies care, that signifies union and coming together and recognizing that you have a partner. Um, if you don't have a relationship right now, this is still the same energy. So it's asking you to strengthen your existing relationships. So your relationships with your family, relationships with your friends, relationships, even with yourself, you know. So find those little moments of joy with your friends, with your family. What makes you happy when you talk to them, what brings you joy when you see their faces. And it's also not a bad idea to not just recognize it, but actually say something. If you are with someone and your partner washes the dishes without being asked or something like that, compliment that. Say something. Oh, thanks, babe, I really appreciate that. That's so sweet. Because that, again, is positive reinforcement. That is that union side of things, where you're bringing that person closer to you, to say, I recognize you, I appreciate you, I see you as my partner, as my other half, and I enjoy the little things that you do. If you're not in a relationship, again, it's asking you to do this with your other relationships.
He's married,
Okay.
35 years.
Okay, perfect. So that, again, is good information, because that makes a lot of sense when I said plateau. Usually, after a long period of time with each other, there's not a whole lot of new information that you're going to get from this person. You pretty much know this person inside and out. Um, and so things might feel like they're at a plateau, but that is not a bad thing. There is a sense of strength in that. in that foundation that's been built. So again, you don't need to do anything crazy or anything like, way out there, but recognizing that person for who they are, why they bring happiness to you, and being happy that you've made it this far, being happy that you're at a point where you can plateau and things are beautiful. And because when we think about a plateau, in a mountain, right? When that plateau, you see that plateau, that is a strong base, right? That is a solid foundation. That is where you would build your home. You wouldn't build your home at the apex of the mountain, right? You would build it at a nice plateau, and you would be happy there. You would be content there. You would be free to move there. You would feel safe there. And so that's what this card is talking about when I say plateau. And not being boring. It's just content, So to kind of put a little twist on that, like I said, praising them when they do little things, maybe even doing little things for them, if they have a favorite dish, making their favorite food. Oh, we haven't had this in a little while, so let's try this. Or, you know, them giving you a massage or you giving them a massage, just little things to say, I love you and I'm here and I appreciate you. And I'm glad that we are in this space, because there's not really anything negative going on here. This is just about relishing in each other's love and in each other's joy and in each other, period. And just saying, I'm glad that you're here with me.
That was beautiful.
Man, I could talk longer about that card. I like that card a lot.
That was great, and she came like at the last minute too.
And this is
Wow.
so like the little bit like when you tell me like, oh, that guy is 24 years old, or this person is in a relationship, or this person's been married for, like, usually when I do readings, we're conversing, like we're having a conversation, so I'm getting little bits of that information, and so I can pull as I'm talking to you and give you little nuggets as we're talking. But since everybody's on the other side of the screen right now, it's I'm trying to be as broad as I can because I don't know the person. But it's nice when I can get those little nuggets, because then once I know your position, I can go even deeper into that and give you more information into how that card resonates with you specifically. So again, I'd be really happy to meet up with anybody who got a reading today and elaborate on the things that I pulled, because that would be fun.
Yeah, I think so. Two people said they was gonna contact you. Your information is in the description.
Yay!
Yay! You have one more. So, well, yeah, one more. Natalie.
Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie.
Natalie. Natalie sound cute. Let's see.
Oh, you got another one too.
Okay. Okay, Natalie. Let's see. Write her information down. Okay. So, Natalie, the card that I got for you is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is a really nice card, because this card says that anything is possible. So you can take that, I guess, in a good way or a bad way. But I choose to look at this because it shows up in Pentacles, that this is a positive choice. Anything is possible here. You could, if you're single, you could have more than one option available to you at the moment.
She's married.
Okay. So with married with your if you're committed, then anything is possible in this relationship. So that means the same as if you were single, you can have anything that you want from this relationship. So if you guys are at a point where maybe you're making some decisions about your relationship, with your home or with your family or with your jobs or with your future, anything is possible with you two together. So you can make any choice that you want. This is an energy that says that you can manifest exactly what it is that you want. So with that energy, you need to actually make sure that you know exactly what it is that you want. Take that step, communicate with your partner. I'm not sure if there is anything in your relationship or in your life right now that you are having to make a decision on or make a choice on, but it would be very beneficial for you to, discuss it with your partner in totality, like all possibilities, because again, this energy is saying that you have a lot of choices. You can go in any direction that you want. And you actually have the power to manifest those desires. I don't know this person, like how old they are, or
40. She just turned 42, I believe.
okay. Okay, because I was gonna say it feels like she's young, but she has an old soul. Okay. So Thi- so this person, she and usually when you're young and you have an old soul, you have a way of making shit happen. You have a way of creating things. And so I'm not surprised that a card like this would come up, because this is a card that really does signify that manifestation. So I mean, honestly, the world is yours. Like, you can have exactly what you want. You just need to actually focus that energy in the direction that you want it to go in, and make sure that you know exactly what it is that you want. Because we can say all day, I want this, I want that, I want a new car, I want new shoes, I want this, but those are just frivolous things. That's surface level. What do you really want? Because what are all those things saying? And I'm just giving this as an example. I don't know you and I don't know what you want, but as an example, if you're like, I want cars, I want shoes, I want a new house, I want this, what is that really saying? That's saying I want wealth. That's saying I want stability. So when you make the decision to start focusing your energy in the direction of wealth, in the direction of stability, then that changes things. That gives the universe a mission at that point. Because just asking for a new house, a new car, yeah, it's a big thing, but what's behind that? Because whoever this person is, they have the power of manifestation. I don't know it, and again, I could go a little bit deeper with this, but I don't know if you like practice law of attraction, or if you got an altar, or if like something, like you got some good juju, girl. I don't know, but it feels like she has a very strong power, a very strong energy.
Wow.
And she can create her own life. She can create exactly what she wants and what she desires. And yeah. So in your relationship, if you want, that happiness, that stability, that long term, relationship that stands the test of time, manifest that shit, because you have the power to do so. You have a way of thinking that you can create exactly that. And you don't need to ask permission, and you don't need to talk to nobody. You don't need to discuss a whole lot when it comes to that. If you want it, go forward. Now, if it's an actual thing in your relationship, obviously you're going to communicate with your partner, you're going to discuss things, but you will be the one that really drives that train, that really pushes things forward with your positive thinking, with your actions, with your focus. So anything is possible. You can have exactly what you want. The world is your oyster. Make it happen, but focus and know exactly what it is that you want.
All righty then.
Yeah.
You don't even know her.
I don't know her, but
That's the thing. That's crazy.
I feel like, you know, and that's also why I ask for names, because it's a connector for me. Because I am like way on the other side. And so the only thing that we have in common is spirit. And so that's a way for me to connect to you through spirit, because I don't know you. So, I mean, half of what I say could be complete bullshit. I don't know. All I'm doing is relaying the message that I'm getting through spirit through these cards, and just hoping that we got connected. Like I dialed the right phone number. That's all I'm hoping.
It seems like you dialed a lot of right numbers. Because it's like resonating and you don't even know these people.
I really hope it is, because it feels good. It does. And some of these, like that last one too, I would really, hers would be a real fun pull, because she seemed like she got some. She
You
seemed
hear
like
that?
she should be working with spirit in some way.
Natalie?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. And it doesn't, and when I say working with spirit, it doesn't mean that she needs to pull, you know, be a card reader or have an altar or be a priestess or anything like that. I mean that connection within herself, because she has that power to manifest and it's very strong. She has the power to really work with spirit in that way if she wants to. But again, that was her card, is that she can do whatever she wants to do. She don't need to do what everybody else is doing.
You want to know what's so crazy? What's so crazy about what you just said is it's something that I told her. I told her.
Okay.
I told her this. So that's just crazy. I didn't even need a card. I told her that.
Well, there we go. There we go. This was just confirmation then. Listen to your friend.
I told her. I did. I sure did. Okay, so you have one more Sharda.
Say it again.
Sharda. Sharda.
Sharda. Okay. Okay, Sharda. Let me just write down what we got. Nice. Nice. Write my notes. Ace. Pentacles. Okay, so 2 cards came out for Sharda. And I can't spell now. Pentacles. Okay. The first card that I got was the Ace of Pentacles. And this is a very nice sign. This is a very beautiful card. If you, the pentacles usually speak to money. But if we're talking about relationships, I don't know if she is in a relationship or not, but in regards to money, with this card, this is again a new beginning. So if you have been saving money or putting money away at all, or if you have a savings, now is the time to actually trade in that savings, that money, for experience. Have that new experience. So if you are with someone, it's saying that it's a good time to maybe get away, to take a trip, to spend that money on something special for the two of you. If you are not in a relationship, it's saying the exact same thing. Use that money, take a trip, spend some time with yourself, fall in love with yourself, get to know yourself, and open yourself up to that healing that comes with spending time with yourself, so that when you do have that relationship show up for you, you'll be ready. you know. So this card is, and I don't know if you can see like those rainbows and such. This is specifically talking about healing, you
Mm.
know. This is a newness, you know, like a rebirth, you know. And whether you are in a relationship and it's a rebirth of your relationship, your love for that person, or if you're not in a relationship and it's speaking directly to the rebirth of a relationship, the newness, well, not the rebirth, but the birth of a relationship, the newness that comes with that. And it's because it showed up in coins in our pentacles here. It's speaking directly to spending that money, taking yourself out, putting yourself out there, making yourself available, making yourself open. If you're in a relationship, make yourself open to your partner, make yourself available to your partner. Use that money to maybe buy a little gift for them, or specifically, honestly, the energy I'm getting is a trip, a vacation of sorts. And it doesn't need to be anything big or grand. You know, we can take a road trip, right? And just go to the next big city and just spend an evening in a hotel. I've done that plenty of times where we literally get a hotel like 3 miles down the street from the house, you know, but it's new. It's an experience. It's changing things up so that you allow, just like I know a lot of people in here probably have grandmothers who, you know, or mothers who made you clean the house on the weekends, and y'all changing furniture and rearranging stuff and all of that. A lot of that, the culture behind that comes from the energy of shifting the space around you, because when things become stagnant, that's when negative energy finds its way in and it can sit and set up shop. So what do? We change our house, we change, you know, things around, we clean things, we spray things down, we wash things down to change the energy, to create a sense of newness. Think about how it feels when you have just finished cleaning the house. You know, how does it feel when you've rearranged your furniture? You know, it's the same exact thing in your life. It's the same exact thing in your relationships. Change things up, you know, rearrange things a little bit, take yourself out of your normal space. If you are in a relationship, leave the house, you know, get out, take a little trip, even if it's just a hotel down the street. It's a new environment, a new space, a new opportunity for you guys to have a newness to your love, because this is just all about newness, all about rebirth, all about healing. And so if you're not in a relationship, it's the same exact thing. Get yourself out of the rut that you're in, get yourself out of your normal everyday activities, change things up, right? Put yourself out there, go take a different route to work. You know, you might meet somebody new, you never know. Instead of going to Starbucks for coffee, go to Tim Hortons for coffee, you know, change things up. So that's the energy of this card.
Nice. That was a good energy.
Yeah, I like that one.
So you did 16. 16. That's a good
Oh,
amount.
I had another card for Sharda. She had two that came out. So
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure I gave her her full. I don't want to cut things short. Let me just write down what the second one was.
Is Gail Marsh in? Gail Marsh and Simple Lady. Those two. I just want to know if those two. Oh, Simple Marsh. I see Simple Lady. Okay. Simple Lady is next.
Okay. Okay. So for Sharda, this was the second card that I got. And this is the Two of Swords, right? Yeah. Two of Swords. So this signifies fulfillment. So you may, what this card is telling you, and this is not really going to dive too deep into what you need to do in your relationship. This is just a reminder to trust yourself, that you know exactly what it is that you need. You know exactly what you want. You may have, there may be like little signs, little signals, little thoughts that might pop up to tell you what direction that you need to go into. Trust yourself. This is a card that simply just says, trust yourself. Um, and using your intuition, when we talk about intuition, um, we want to make sure that we know that intuition is not something that just falls upon us. It's something that you have to build. It's a relationship that you have to build. So in a sense, this is a relationship card, because you are building that relationship with yourself, with your intuition. Because if you don't use your intuition, you don't follow your gut feeling, then it goes away. If you don't use it, you lose it. But the more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you feel, the more the more direction you have. And you don't need to ask questions from other people. You don't need to ask advice. You don't even, even if, not saying that you are, but even if you were like a card reader, you wouldn't even need to pull cards, because you already know exactly what direction you need to be going into. So this card is just a healthy reminder to trust yourself and to build that relationship with your intuition. Follow your gut, and even practice. Ask yourself simple questions. Should I wear a blue dress today? And then go with your gut and see what happens. Or should I go left or go right when you're driving? Try it out and see. If there's traffic, should I stay in this traffic or should I get off on this exit? And see what happens. Sometimes you might surprise yourself, but this is specifically telling you to trust your gut and to build that intuition. So that was just a little extra, because she got
Okay,
hard.
Sharda. Okay.
She
All
already
right.
know. She already know what she know. She just has to trust her gut.
Yeah, I need to do that too. All right, so you have simple lady next.
Okay.
Simple lady.
Simple lady. I like that. That's cute.
Simple lady, loving all.
Ooh, simple lady. Okay. 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 Let me just write simple lady. Is there someone else after this?
Uh, Gail Marsh is not in, so nope.
Okay. Okay. All right, simple lady. She got my favorite card. Well, that space is shared with one other card. I have two favorite cards in the deck, and they both are side by side. I don't love one more than the other, but she got one of them. So
Oh,
here we go. Look at that.
that is gorgeous.
Right? Right? Right?
Yes.
Right? So you can see why this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. Right?
Yes.
Like, this card is like this is a definite intuition card. So this is the high priestess, and it is just that. This is a very soft card. Even though it looks very strong, there is a strength behind that softness. But this is a card of intuition. It's a card actually of fertility also, but again, we know fertility is not just about babies, but when you pair fertility with your intuition and that connection, we get manifestation. So this is a card of that strength. This is somebody who knows who they are. This is just, I mean, if you just look at just the scenery on this card, you know, There is a lot of emotion, a lot of passion here. This card is represented, and you know what? It's actually not really a card that is telling her to do anything specific. This is more of a card of recognition of who she is and her power that she wields. So this is somebody who can create. This is somebody who can move mountains. This is somebody who can turn water into wine. You know, this is somebody who has a lot of strength, a lot of passion, and they may even have a lot of emotion, you know, which on the flip side can sometimes be a hindrance if it gets out of control. You know, so if anything, I would say to remind yourself of who you are, remind yourself of the strength that you have, and do things that put you in that position. You know, so speaking up, speaking your mind, saying exactly what you feel, saying exactly what you want, not taking no for an answer, pushing through, and not in an aggressive way, because there's a charm to this. You know, I mean, if you look at, like, she don't need to be aggressive. All she got to sit there and be like, I said no, you know, and no more questions are being asked. Like this is a card of someone who has that strength in their gentleness, that strength in their calm, you know. And when we speak about emotions, um, we also recognize feeling, you know, and with feeling comes that connection to our intuition. You know how earlier when I was like, I say, you know, I just get like a feeling, like when I hear a name or I flip through, there's just this feeling, I can't really explain it. This person definitely has that, you know, and they don't need to explain themselves to anybody. You know, their no is their no, and their no doesn't need an explanation. And it doesn't matter if you're offended by it or not, because I said no, you know. So, but there's still that motherly feeling, that kind and that gentleness. So we kind of have a little bit of the yin and yang, the black and white, you know, because there's that strength, there's that power, but there's also that gentleness, that softness, that emotion, that caring, that feeling, that you know, softness to the ocean, where, you know, those waves coming at you can kill you, but they can also gently push you to shore. You know, they can waft over you and renew you. So this is a very, very special person. This is a very amazing woman. And I hope that they recognize who they are, because they are very strong and they are very powerful. And they have great intuition. They are very kind. They are very giving, very, very sweet. But at the same time, they're very passionate. They need to really follow their heart, you know, follow those feelings. If don't pay so much attention to your mind as much as your heart. Your heart is really what's going to drive you through this card. So this is a very, very strong person. Um, and with that said, like if you are in an argument with someone, especially if it's your partner, you might want to, because you have that type of energy, it would be best for you to listen more than you talk, you know. um, Pull out that gentle side more, you know, because you do have a lot of power. It can, you know, rise up. You do have a, you know, emotion. It can rise up in some not so healthy ways. So really pay attention to um, enforcing those healthy emotions, those healthy things that are going to help drive you forward, drive communication deeper with your partner or with your friends or family, listening, being more of a soft landing, you know, for people. If someone comes to you and they're having an issue, or if they have a conflict with you and they want to speak to you about it, be open to hearing what they have to say. Don't immediately say, well, ain't nothing wrong with me, so I don't know what you got to say. Not that you would, but just saying, keep a softness about it. Listen to them, be gentle, be compassionate, because that's who you are. You are that gentle and loving person. So be more of that. Make sure that you carry more of that loving, compassionate energy, because a lot of your strength, a lot of your power comes from that energy. When you are vibrating on lower levels with anger, it's not working for you. Passion can manifest as anger, and it can also manifest as like this driving force of manifestation, that pushes you forward to get things done. So try to stay on the healthy side of those things. But in general, it's just a beautiful card. Like, who doesn't want to be the high priestess?
I do.
Right?
I want to be. I am though.
There you go. Exactly.
I am.
Exactly. Because what did you get? You were the Empress, girl.
Yes. Duh.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
The Empress is that almost the same as what you just pulled?
It's very close. The only difference is that the high priestess really focuses more on feeling and emotion and intuition, and the empress focus is more, that is a more uh, ethereal type card. It's more of a cosmic, like higher level, like spiritual energy. The Empress is more of a grounded level card. It's more like, get shit done. I'm taking care of business. I don't need to ask you nothing. Get out of my way. Kind of card, So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's still that same strong feminine energy, but it's just in a different way. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
I think Miss Peachy wants one.
Okay. Let's see. Let me write her name down.
Shawta said thank you. And Simple
Um,
Lady said you're picking up my Cancer energy. Yes, all of the above. I don't argue. I just listen and take everything in.
yes, there you go. Because that's exactly what that card is. It's about just listening, not fighting, not. And again, I don't know this person, so I don't know how they manifest in that energy, because not everybody who gets those cards is actually resonating in that energy right now. It could be telling you that you need to be in that energy, but you could also already be in that energy. So this again comes with the conversation. When we're able to talk, then I can get more of that, and then I can know what direction to go into, and I can drive deeper in that direction. But that makes a lot of sense. So I'm glad that she was able to confirm that, because that's
Yes,
exactly what that says, is to just listen. Like, you
absolutely.
don't need to argue with nobody. You don't. Not with that card.
And again, you ladies, if you want to go in more in depth with Ademigua, you can reach her with her information in the description. You could reach her, or if you want, you can reach me and I'll give her your information. But she has your name down and the card that you picked,
Yep.
or that she picked for you, and definitely you guys can hook up so that you can talk more about it.
I'm gonna have to turn the light on here in a second. We losing daylight over here.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That was natural light. That was a
Yeah.
lot of natural
Yeah.
light.
Yeah. Because here it's like 6 o'clock.
Oh, that was natural light. I thought
Yeah.
you had a lamp on or something.
No, I don't have a single light on in this house. I
Awesome.
love natural light, and so I try to hold on to it as long as possible. I don't. As soon as I get up, I open the blinds. I don't turn on any lights as long as there's light coming in. And as soon as the sun starts going down, I'll leave it like this. Because on camera, it looks darker than what it is in real life.
Right.
Like in real life, there's still a lot of light in here. So I'll leave the windows open until the sun actually like turns that peachy tangerine
Yeah.
when it's really going down. Then I'll close the shades. But yeah, love natural light.
Okay. Simple Lady said, yes, I'll be reaching out.
Awesome. All right, Miss Peach. Okay, let me just shuffle for
Yes.
her.
Get the peaches.
Thank you, ladies, for spending a awesome time with me. This has been
Oh, yes. This was awesome. Like, really. I didn't realize how many people, I thought it was going to be a little less, but I'm
Mhm.
excited. The turnout was great.
Okay. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Write this down. Oh, I can running out of room here to write. Okay. So this is a really nice card too. I don't know if you can see that. The Page of Pentacles.
Page of Pentacles.
Yeah. So this is a this is a card telling you that um things are going pretty well right now. But it may feel as though you want to take things to another level. So I wouldn't say that things like feel stale or anything because it doesn't feel like there's anything necessarily going wrong. It's just that there's an energy of wanting more. You know, there's an energy of wanting to expand, an energy of wanting to take things to the next level. But whenever we get the page in general is a card of duty. It's a card of um, foundation, you know, of really creating that solid foundation, following things through, being that rock that somebody needs. And so, in regards to a relationship, this is really asking that you do that with yourself first. So I don't know if she is. I know this is RPG, but I honestly don't even know if she's in a relationship or if she's not. But if you are in a relationship, then this is a card signifying that it may be possible to take things to the next level. You know, if there's someone that you've been talking to, or a crush, or anything like that, it is possible to take things to the next level. If you are not in a relationship, then
He's
this
single.
I'm sorry.
He's single.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're not in a relationship, then this is a card that signifies that there is that possibility to take that next step, which is having someone in your life, right? So I don't know, and honestly, this is a little weird to say, but because this showed up as the page, this also in regards to romance tells us to not overlook someone who might be younger than us.
Cougar.
you, so because this is an energy that signifies that the younger person is also wise beyond their years, so don't overlook somebody who could be younger than you may actually need to put like more of an effort into yourself in regards to finding the right person, and that is actually turning out to be attractive, to that person. So when they see that you're focusing on yourself, that you are doing the damn thing, that you got your own, you ain't worried about nobody else, you got all your ducks in a row, you don't necessarily need them, that actually can be very attractive to the opposite sex. That can be attractive to the person that you're looking at. And again, don't overlook somebody who might be younger than you, because that person if they do come around, would be very mature, very wise beyond their years, someone that meets you at your level. And it will be like surprising, you know. And I don't mean like somebody that's like drastically younger than you, but it could be someone who is younger than you, you know, someone who has that sort of carefree, creative, almost childlike energy, but they're also very stable. They handle business and they will follow you to the ends of the earth. They will support you. They will support your business. They will support your creative endeavors. They will support you family wise. It doesn't necessarily mean a financial thing, but it could be that as well. So this is if when this person shows, it's going to be something that's outside of the norm. It's going to be something that is not your usual. It's going to be somebody who's a little bit different than what you thought you might have wanted.
She said, "Do you have a name? I need a clue to who he is." Oh my
I
god.
wish. So now it didn't really got dark over here. Let me turn a little bit of light on.
Oh, I love this one, Peachy. I love this one. Oh wow.
Yeah, that that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting because the you know it's really asking that, you know, she focus on herself. So I don't know if she's actively looking for something or really interested in having something, but the true wealth of that love is going to come from the energy that she puts into herself. And as she's focusing on herself, as she's doing her thing, that person will just kind of show up, you know, and it will definitely be something, according to that card, that is outside the norm. So it could be somebody younger, it could be, you know, a different race, it could be, you know, somebody that is maybe a little bit more playful than she might be used to, or you know, it's just it's a very spontaneous kind of different energy, you know. So
Miss Peachy says, "Thank you, Ademigua. We will talk more about who he might be." So I just want you guys to realize that if you press that super chat, that goes to me. That don't go to her. But I'm gonna have to give it to you though.
okay,
I
because
think
you
this
know
is for
what, it
you.
just showed up on the thing here. It says thank you, Ademigua. We'll talk more about who he might be. And
Yeah, I just put that there because
oh, okay, okay,
yeah, when you do a super chat, she did a super chat, which is to donate to my channel.
okay.
But that's for you though, so I'll give it to you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you deserved all your coins today.
This was fun.
Yes. Um, are you okay to do one more? Because I think we have one more.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Kristen.
Kristen. Okay.
Yeah. And
What
then
was
that's
her,
it.
C or a K?
K.
Okay.
Yep. Kristen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The very first time we decided brown
That
It's on.
song on your mind.
I know it's been in my head. That's my high school years.
I know, right?
Okay, Kristen. Yeah.
Said, I'm down. Miss PG, she said, I'm down with the swirl. I know I'll pay her to. I always support you, Diva. Aw, thank you. And yeah, so if anybody wants to give Ademigua a donation, that same link, I think I just deleted the link. I'm gonna put the link up again. That same link, there's an area to donate, and that's the area where you can give her a donation.
Thank you ahead of time.
You deserve all your coins, girl, because you didn't even know some of these ladies, and you came out with the man. I just can't believe you said about Nat something that I've been nagging her about. You basically confirmed what I've been telling her.
Awesome. Can't even see what I just wrote. Man, I'm like, when you gotta start pulling stuff away from you to read. Like,
I know. I know.
I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, I'm not calling nobody else out. I'm talking about myself. But yeah.
Well, I know I'm getting there because I got bifocals on. It
Yeah.
don't look it because I paid the extra amount, so it don't look like it, but it is. It's bifocals.
Oh my goodness. It's like, I used to only need to wear my glasses at night when I was driving to like cut down on the halo and make everything like super sharp and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And then I started needing my glasses every time I drive, whether it's night or day. And now I'm like, I need my glasses when I'm trying to, read something. I'm like, oh my God, it's just getting worse.
Yeah, that's how it started with me. Now it's like I just keep them near me because I know I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a pair in the car. I have a pair I keep in my purse. And then I have a pair that I keep in my nightstand.
Oh, I don't have all of that.
Yeah. And that's only because I keep forgetting stuff.
No, okay.
And so yeah, Matt was like, look, we're not doing this because we didn't have to drive all the way back home several times. I didn't
Oh,
forgot my glasses.
yeah, don't, yeah,
So he's like, look, we're not doing this no more. You're gonna put some in every spot.
yeah. Okay, I need to do that. That's smart. I need to
All
do
right, Kristen.
it.
Kristen, and this is a really awesome card to be the last reading. So, um, this is the Wheel of Fortune card.
I know what that is.
This is a big change. This is a big change. It's not something that's usually very subtle. This is a big transformation. This is a big change happening. Something I'm not sure. Again, I don't know you, so I'm not sure what's going on in your world, but there is some big change coming, and it's a little hard with this card having come up to really restrict it to just relationships. Again, I know that we are talking about relationships, but this is such a large card that it kind of spills out into other aspects of your life. So again, I'm not sure what is happening, but there is a big change, a big transformation. There may even be some new opportunities coming. There may be this card just speaks to new everything.
Mhm.
There are new doors opening for you, new opportunities coming your way, new changes happening in your life, new transformations happening in yourself and your psyche and how you view your world. I mean, this is just a card of complete transformation. There's not a whole lot that I can say on this card just by itself, other than the big change part, the transformation part, the opportunity part. If we were to do more of a spread with this, then I would dive a little bit deeper and find out more where those changes are happening and what you can do to support those changes. But this is just a good card all around. It's just it can stand on its own as just a blessing, a blessing, a change of transformation. And when we think about change, and it being a blessing, we usually put it in the box of it being a good change, which it can be a very good change. But sometimes those changes can come from things ending as well. It can come from leaving behind certain things, So either way, whether you are leaving something behind or you're starting something new, it is a card of transformation, and wherever you're going from that thing, it's leading you in a beautiful direction.
Mm.
So it's just a beautiful card. I mean, there's not a whole lot that I can say to this other than she's got some the wheels of fortune are turning in her life. Like, there is some big shits happening. So I don't know if it's already happened or if it's about to happen. I mean, if it's turning, but it's the energy of it is there. So if it hasn't happened, it's definitely coming soon.
She does have a lot of amazing things happening. She
Okay.
has. She's actually like sh- doing big things. She doing big,
Yeah.
big, big things.
That's why I said this is not a small. This is a big card. Like, it's
Yeah.
big energy, big transformation. This is big change, and it's all over. It's not just relationships. It's not just anything. It's all over the place. Whatever this change is, it can have a very positive effect on every aspect of her life. So,
When I was always told about the Wheel of Fortune, it
mhm.
was also dealing with finances as well. Is that true?
Yeah, it's everything. It's a
Okay.
complete transformation, and that's why I said with this card I would normally pull more to find out exactly what direction we're going into, because this is such a large transformation that even if it is in regards to your finances, it's going to affect your status. It's going to affect your career. It's going to affect your love of self. It's going to affect, I mean, it's going to affect everything. So even if we were to just simply focus on this around finances, when your finances increase and you get more money, what happens? Everything changes. You doing everything. You having a great time. You happy. You living the life. You may quit your other job. You may, like, it changes everything. So no matter where the change is happening, it's going to have a very positive effect on other aspects of her life. Yeah, it's just a big change card in general. It's a beautiful card.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. That I had that card once,
Yeah. It's a nice card to get.
and that's when I started doing big things. So, Kristen, for real, I'm dead serious. Like, I had got that card from a reading I did a while back, a tarot reading I did a while back, like
Hmm.
2 3 years ago, and then I had a psychic tell me something afterwards that confirmed that. And then she told me I was gonna be on YouTube, and I told her no, I wasn't. I'm not no YouTuber. I said it just I was being kind of
Yeah.
nasty with
Yeah.
it. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna be on YouTube. That's a YouTuber. That's for kids. And then look what I'm doing.
Right.
And then she told me I was gonna get orders, and I'm like, I don't get a lot of orders. She said, no, you're gonna get orders, and they're gonna keep coming. Every time you finish one, you're gonna get more, and you're gonna be. That's how it's gonna keep coming, and you're
Mhm.
gonna be very stable. I don't know. She said money is just gonna come out of everywhere,
Nice.
and it happened.
Yeah. That Wheel of Fortune card is a nice, like I said, that was a great card. And I actually I don't know if there's anybody else, but I'm gonna cut it if there isn't, because I can feel my energy starting to get a little fuzzy. So I gotta protect myself. So that's enough for me.
I
But
appreciate you so much. That was awesome. That was really beautiful. And you gave a lot of people some confirmation. But if anyone wants to contact her, you
yeah,
can
and
got
I
her
have I
extension.
have my little list here of names, and the cards that were picked for you, and little notes if there was something more that I was getting from spirit to elaborate on. I have that in here as well. So yeah, if you anybody wants to contact me and dive a little bit deeper, I would love to. This is actually fun for me. Um, so yeah, I like doing this. This is, and I've never done it this way. So, but
But
this
this
is
is
fun.
fun,
I
right?
just like doing like
Can
fun.
we do this again next month for my birthday?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally open to doing this.
Boom! Another party,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah. This was really fun. I liked it.
Another party.
Yeah,
Yes. So we're gonna do this again next month for my birthday. And everyone is basically saying like you were amazing, awesome, thank you.
thank you.
I can't wait for my man. That's Shay, the fun one.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
this was,
so
and thank you because Sean is the one that set all this up. She's the one that did all the work, put out the promotional videos, got everybody online, set up the whole space. You know, like she did everything because I don't know how to do none of this. So if it was up to me, we wouldn't have no party.
girl, I knew you like for some apparent reason. I was like, I just want to help. I just want to help. So I
Wow.
thank you.
So thank you very much. This was a lot of fun, and it was just nice to kind of hang out and you know, share with other people. Even if I can't really talk to you, I can feel you a little bit. So it's nice to have that exchange, and I really did enjoy myself. I didn't really know what to expect because I'm so used to actually having that conversation with the person one on one. But this was surprisingly fun. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope that everybody got a little bit of something out of this. Because
I don't think they
I
got a
did my
little.
best.
Everybody got a lot. They got a lot of something. But one second, Ademigua, before you go. But thank you guys, and I will see you again on Sunday for the podcast. And you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.